Okay, we are ready to put our cakes together now, make our cakes. So I have my KitchenAid mixer. I'm just getting plugged in and ready to go. I'm going to use a whisk attachment. And so you want to get your equipment organized. I have a wooden spoon, rubber scraper, my mixer, and my ingredients. And I'm making a double batch of this recipe today, but your dry ingredients you're going to really mix together in a bowl. So it's 1 1/3 cup of flour, 1/3 cup of cocoa, teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. And those ingredients just get combined, stirred together. I guess the big thing is just trying to get the cocoa mixed in with the flour and have a nice equal distribution. So that's just going to sit to the side till later in the recipe. Also got some water that I've brought to the boiling point, so it's a cup of boiling water. First things into the mixture though are your sugar, 1 cup of sugar, and you're going to add to that 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, canola oil, and that just needs to be whisked together. Lots of cakes will use butter or margarine instead of oil, but this is always the first step of making a cake, is whisking together your fat and sugars. If you're using butter or margarine, it would have a much more fluffy look to it. After that, I always like to stop the mixer several times through this process, scrape the bowl down, and turn the mixer on again. So it's really important that you have a rubber scraper for this. Once that is combined, you're going to add in your egg. And you, again, remember I'm doing a double batch, so I've got 2 eggs to add in. Make sure the first one's well combined, and then I'll add in the second one. And like I said before, stop and scrape down my sides. Always like to get in the habit of starting on a low speed and then increasing my speed after it's been mixed in. Okay, once those eggs are whipped in and things look nice and creamy, you can add in more vanilla. And it's a teaspoon of vanilla, in my case, 2 teaspoons. I have a sink full of hot soapy water just to kind of help clean up as I go. Scrape one more time before I start the next step of my cake. The next part's maybe a little bit more confusing. We want to add our dry ingredients in 4 portions, and we want to add our liquid ingredients in 3 portions. And we always want to start and end with our dry ingredients. So I'm not measuring, I'm just scooping out a pretty generous amount of my dry ingredients. Okay, and I'm going to add in about 1/3 of my hot liquids. And I'm going to stir that up. This is called the cake method of flour mixture. So there's muffin method, biscuit method, and cake method. And what we're doing today is obviously the cake method. So another approximately 1/4 of my dry ingredients and approximately 1/3 of my liquid ingredients. You'll notice that this cake batter is fairly liquidy in comparison to lots of other cake batters that you might make, but it really is a good one. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, 1/3 of my dry and the rest of the liquid. Remember to start slow you can increase your speed. I'm gonna put in the last quarter of my dry ingredients. Turn my mixer on again. I'll scrape down my bowl, make sure everything's all well combined. Turn on my mixer one more time, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like after that.